I'm back. Did you miss me? Cause your boy, they went through the winter apocalypse. Winter came. We wasn't ready here in Texas. We just weren't ready. We weren't prepared for delayed and not denied. Welcome back, y'all, to Talez from the Crib. If y'all have been with me and rocking with me, thank you, man. To subscribe, to keep it going up. That's what's up. Savage Patch. I'm your boy, Dr.Sav. We about to talk about them damn Pisces. Yeah.
Pisces, the water sign.
The also sweet, the also charming Pisces. Yes. Now before y'all start saying Pisces don't do this, Pisces don't do that, we doing this to everybody. Everybody is gonna get their top 5 serial killers, zodiac serial killers. Like, it is what it is. Why? We do true crime here. Is everybody all right? Is everybody okay? All right. Oh, except Aries, because Aries are, like, from what I've gathered, the most perfect. They broke the mold when they made them. Period. Make sure, if you want to get your karma right and your skin type, please go ahead and hit that like button. Unless you emotionally compromised, you get stressed up in your chest.
How that hating shit working out for you?
And listen, y'all, here's the get you gotcha. So far, out of these top 5, Pisces got the most notable serial killers. They got the biggest ego, and they not gonna be outdone. Get this, it included some elements of sexuality, sexual grooming, and listen, if you know a damn Pisces, you know that have you laughing your ass off. However, when it comes to being pessimistic, if Pisces don't know whether it's good or bad, they gonna assume the worst. When they say emotional roller coaster, they was talking about Pisces. They was talking about Pisces, then Cancer. But we're not gonna get on that in this video. So, in the last video, in Aquarius video, somebody had jumped down and said, oh, but this can't be Aquarius because they're not all American Aquarius. Guess I'm thinking I got something for y'all ladies. Yes, this top 5 serial killers will be top 5 American serial killers. So, bam, y'all will be able to relate. I tell you, man, sometimes being American. Without any further delay, let's go ahead and press play. All right, do you know that Pisces ranked number 8 out of 12? Which I would think they would be higher than that, but I ain't no hater, so they're only number 8 out of 12. I'm about to give you the top 5 serial killers who so happen to be Pisces and Americans. Y'all ready? Here we go. Number 5, Dennis Rader. Born March 9th, 1945 in Pittsburgh, Kansas. His nickname was the BTK Killer, the BTK Strangler. This man came up with his own name. It stands for Buy, Torture, and Kill. Because that is the process that his ass will do to his victims. Normally, his motive was a sexual sadism disorder. He murdered 10 people in Wichita, Kansas from 1974 all the way to 1991. During his killing spree, this mofo was bold. He was sending letters to the police, to the media, saying, why haven't you caught me yet? He loved the attention and notoriety that came from it. Sound like any Pisces y'all know? His crimes included stalking, torture, strangulation, and of course, murder. Eventually caught up with him because in 2005, he was caught near his home and ended up, because so goddamn egotistical, he ended up admitting all the killings that he did. Now, he was arrested February 25th, 2005, convicted August 18, 2005, and after he confessed, he was sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences, and he is still living. Number 4, Randy Stephen Krell. Born March 19, 1945 in Long Beach, California. His nicknames were the Freeway Killer and the Scorecard Killer. A freeway killer. During his crime span, he murdered 16 men and young boys. Majority of them took place in Southern California. Now, he was active 13 years from 1971 all the way to 1983. Now, his crimes included torture, strangulation, rape, mutilation, and of course, murder. Confirmed victim count is 16. His possible victim count is said up to 67. Ain't that some shit? And he is believed to also committed rape up to 51 boys and men. So the crazy thing about him is that he left a list documenting a lot of his victims. The list with up to 65 of his victims' names. Again, egotistical. Now I said that he had an accomplice, which was, and one of his accomplices was a Capricorn that I covered in the Capricorn video, William Bonine. William Bonine was born January 8, 1947, also known as the Freeway Killer. He was an American serial killer, twice paroled sex offender. Birds of a feather flock together. Also share the nickname of the Freeway Killer. He was arrested May 14, 1983, convicted May 11, 1989. Krell was convicted on 16 counts of murder and was sentenced to death in 1989. He's still living to this day. Number 3, Donald Henry Gaston, born March 13, 1933 in South Carolina. Also known as Pee-wee, aka the meanest man in America. Pee-wee, or the meanest man in America. We gonna tackle that later though. He was convicted of 9 murders in South Carolina from 1953 all the way to 1982. He was arrested November 14, 1975. He was suspected of 31 murders. Here's the thing, 2 of the victims of his victim count, he murdered in prison. Hold on, it gets deeper. Stay with me. I'm gonna bless you. And he killed him while he was on death row. Now, on September 2nd, 1982, is how he got the name, the meanest man in America. So while he was already on death row, he decided to become a hitman inside the prison. He killed another death row inmate by the name of Rudolph Tyner. Now, real quick, Rudolph Tyner killed 2 individuals that owned a mom and pop store by the name of Bill and Murder Moon. Rudolph was serving his time on death row as well. While Pee-wee, aka the meanest man in America, was too. Now get this. The elderly couple who Rudolph killed, guess who put the hit out on them? They son, Tony Simo. Oh, it gets thick. Let me tell you, it gets really crazy around these true crime streets. Now, Tony Simo was the son of murder. Now, understandably so, he pissed off. Who wouldn't be upset their mother got killed? Tony was Murder's son from a previous marriage. Bill was his stepfather. They were killed by Rudolph in 1978. So Pee-wee was in jail and Rudolph was in jail. Now Rudolph was said to not have the highest level of cognitive ability. He had a learning disability and he wasn't necessarily the sharpest tool in the shed. Some kind of way, Tony Simo, the son of the couple that Rudolph killed, got in contact with Pee-wee and said he wanted him to kill him because even though he was on death row, baby, justice was not coming fast enough. So he ended up getting in contact with Pee-wee, putting that hit out on Rudolph. First, Pee-wee tried to poison the man. However, Rudolph would throw up everything. That failed. But the next thing what he did, this is a whole different time. Well, this is back in the day, because of course they couldn't get away with it right now, or they should. So since when poisoning didn't work, Pee-wee told Tony Simo to give him some dynamite. Fast forward, Pee-wee gets the dynamite. He puts it in the radio. He gives it to Rudolph. Then he gives it to Rudolph and says, "Here, this is the way that we can communicate better inside the prison cell." Now, he gave him the radio, then he said, "Here, count to 100 and then plug it in." Baby, when Rudolph plugged in that damn radio. So Rudolph was got his, baby, he didn't have no nose to glow so bright. He wasn't got nobody's slate, hit nobody's name. Pee-wee didn't have nothing to lose. He's already on death row, or so he had thought. When they were looking through his cell, they found recorded audio of the whole hit of everything was going on. They checked the phone records. They heard Tony Simo saying, bam, him orchestrating the whole ordeal. Well, anyway, they found out that Tony Simo had something to do with it, and Tony Simo ended up going to jail too. He was not regretful of it. He was not remorseful for it. He said, listen, he killed my parents. He was already on death row. I just sped up the time. And listen, I'll do a whole different video about Tony Simo to get into it, because right now we're on the meanest man in America. Now, And his thing, the meanest man in America, made history, y'all. Sentenced to death. And that's the first time in South Carolina history at the time that a white man was executed for killing a black man. Make you go, Choices. But on death row, he tried to kill himself a day before by slitting his wrist. He wasn't successful.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He claimed he murdered 80 to 110 victims while on death row. And executed September 6, 1991 by electrocution. Number 2, Richard Ramirez. Born February 29, 1960 in El Paso. That's El Paso. It ain't Texas. We're not taking it ill for y'all, okay? Also known as a Night Stalker. Ramirez killed 13 people between 1984 to 1985 in Los Angeles, California. Now, Ramirez used a myriad of weapons. I'm talking about knives, machetes, a tire, a stick, a slingshot, a piece of cork. He used it all. He was convicted of sexual assault, sodomy, and of course, murder. His victim count, confirmed victims, were 13. His possible victim count could be all the way as high as 20. If this man has a fan club, they think he is oh so sexy.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think they're the dumbest bitches ever.
I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Y'all see that grill? I ain't no hater. Crazy mofo teeth look good after the tax dollars paid for it. However, you see where I'm gonna go? Now, Richard was captured by neighborhood bystanders. They got a hold of Richard and they basically made the citizens arrest. And let's just say everything went 808s and cupcakes when they got a hold to him. He was arrested August 31st, 1985, convicted September 20th, 1989. Now, he was sentenced to death by the gas chamber. However, he died due to natural complications on June 7, 2013. And he did get married while he was in jail. Yeah. Moving on. Number 1, John Wayne Gacy. Born March 17th on St. Patrick's Day, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois. Nickname Pogo the Clown, aka the Killer Clown. Pogo the Clown, aka the Killer Clown. And no, I ain't talking about it or Pennywise. Well, this is the same person. Y'all know what I mean. Now, he was known as a Killer Clown because he would dress up and perform at children's parties. Now, Gacy was known to sexual assault and torture and then murder. His confirmed victims were 33. The possible victims were 34. He's convicted of murder, sodomy, sexual assault, and of course murder. From 1972 all the way to 1978. 26 of them whom he buried in a crawl space in his Chicago home. Like, what, bro? Like, I would think that would be the last place. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? He was arrested December 21st, 1978, convicted March 13, 1980, and sentenced to death by lethal injection on May 10, 1994. Top 5 serial killers who just so happen to be
Pisces, Pisces.
If true crime is your thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button where we unpack some things, alright? If you been here watching my videos, let me entertain you, and you ain't hit like or subscribe, that means you a hater.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
And look, y'all, always remember, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. All these serial killers have this in common. I mean, they are serial killers, but the Pisces serial killers have this in common. You don't take home too much. This type of information. Oh, ouch. Shit. Nah. Let's keep going up, 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 up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's big, bad, y'all pray for me. And listen, we will be back. And we will be back to do Aries. I mean, there's nothing to do though. They're perfect. Aries are perfect people. Like, there's not even really no notable Aries serial killers, to be truthfully honest with you. Oh yeah. for winter like that. We were not. However, we are survivors. We are. Shout out to Whitney. Now listen. Yeah. I didn't say it because I'm a good Southern gentleman, so you know that word didn't come on my mouth. Plus, my mama watched this now, so yeah. But got your thumb, but you a hater. You a hater. Good day. If y'all knew what time it was when I was filming this, y'all would be hype with me too. No, y'all probably would be asleep and be asking why the hell you up this early or this late. So we do not like this type of information, but if you got your thumb, wait, hold on, let me rewind it. Tired. Oof, Lord. See, one day I'm gonna start feeling where I know. I'm gonna start feeling where I know heck, so they don't think it's a game up under here, so they can see, making them see. Listen, if you can't swim, just say that. Damn it, I'm need help taking this chain off, babe. I need. Oh shit, I gotta tell you to do a thumbnail. Oh.